You know why you're here, I know why you're here. Let's talk about them. Shokz. I bought these Shokz bone conducting headphones in November or October last year, 2022. So I've owned them for around 10 and a half months now. Before having these, I had a pair of grey market AirPods. And before that, and something that I still use now, is just standard wired Apple headphones. Before even getting the AirPods, I was actually using an iPod Nano and my wired headphones to run with, which I actually got laughed at for once. Hey, whatever works for you. I switched to Bluetooth because wires get tangled up, especially when you're doing any kind of sport, so that was not very helpful for me anymore. But the AirPods I found, could fall out, especially if I was wearing a helmet, and they also had terrible sound quality when I was on the phone to people. But they were like refurbished AirPods, and I don't know. The main reason I really went for these though is because you can hear what other people are saying and what's going on around you. So let's dive into this review. Starting from the beginning, I bought these for £99 GBP, Great British Pounds. And I bought them in the Black Friday, it was November, I bought them in the Black Friday sale in November 2022 for £99. I just looked yesterday and they're currently on sale for £103, so more than the Black Friday sale. They are retail around £130. So do the math for your own currency. These are the Shokz Openrun. They're not the brand new model, which is like super waterproof or anything like that, but they are waterproof. And they're waterproof in a kind of like rain shower and sweat way. IP67, whatever that means. They're really simple to use. They hook over your head and they're, they're bendy, but they're also quite stable. So they hook over your head and they hook over your ears and they sit just here. This means that they don't sit in your ear, they sit on the outside and they're pushing sound waves through this bone into your inner ear. Whereas normal headphones obviously push them through the air that is in your ear. And the reason why these are so great for runners and cyclists and whatever other kind of sport you're doing is that because you're not blocking your ear, you can still hear what's going on around you. Like, yes, you can focus on the music because you can hear it just as clearly as you would if it was in your ear, but you can also hear other things like traffic, people talking, blah, blah, blah. So how do they work? First of all, you've got the on-off button here on the side. So these are just like under it when they're actually on your ear. And you hold down the on-off button to turn it on or off, and you'll know that you've done so because you'll hear the dulcet tones of the Shokz woman, which goes, power on, connected, ooh. She doesn't say ooh. She should, but she doesn't. And when it turns off, you'll hear power off, ooh. Again, she doesn't say ooh. You'll notice that the on-off button is also the plus minus, that's the volume buttons. They are really small and I have never accidentally clicked the wrong one, but I have heard that people have. So I'm just really conscious of like feeling and then clicking the right one. You can't accidentally turn them off because you have to hold down the power button to turn it off or on. Whereas if you're turning up the volume, then you just press it however many volume clicks you want to turn up. There's another control on these, which is on the other side, a button here. So this button is really easy to feel when you're running or cycling, and you just click it to pause or click it to play. This is really, really handy if you're actually talking to someone or you're in a situation where you really need to hear everything that's going on, and you can just pause it really quickly without having to look at anything or fumble with your phone or XYZ. I don't use these very often for calls, but I have done, and the voice quality is absolutely fine for calls, and it's fine for connecting to your computer, blah, blah, blah. Except that if I'm on the phone to my dad, sometimes he says I sound like I'm down the bottom of a well. I don't know if that's him or these, but no one else has complained about the quality of these, so I'm gonna probably say it's my dad. So I wear these for every single run I do and most of my bike rides. They also sit really cleanly under my helmet and they don't get in the way. They've got an 8-hour play battery life. If you're playing 8 hours of music, that's how long they're going to last. And I found that to be true. I've never timed it because obviously I'm only ever using them for maybe an hour an hour a bit at a time. But I don't actually charge them very often. Whenever you turn them on, the dulcet tones of the Shokz lady will tell you what your battery level is. So it'll say low, medium or high. When it comes to charging them though, they have a magnetic attachment. So it just makes this lovely little sound and then you go to put it off. It's very pleasurable. They also charge really quickly. I'm a huge proponent of these. As I said, I use them for running and cycling and just being anywhere. If I'm doing a long train journey, I'm going to use these because you can pause them so easily and I'm not going to lose them. Like, they're not going to fall out of my ears or anything like my AirPods used to. Let's talk about the downsides. My main downside is, and this is why I don't wear them for work meetings when I'm on Zoom, it's because of this. It just makes my hair look terrible. Now, normally when I'm running or cycling, obviously my hair is tied up, so it's not a problem and I don't notice it. My hair can either sit below or above the band at the back. But if I'm just hair down, it just, no, absolutely not. Yes, I'm vain, I don't care. Yes, this just doesn't look good. So that is my number one con against these. If you don't have hair like mine, or if you don't care about this kind of stuff, then not a problem. The other problem can be that sometimes the band hits the back of my bag if I'm cycling, because sometimes if I'm cycling back from work or something, then I've got a rucksack on which has got my laptop in it, and that can come quite high, so that can sometimes touch the bottom of the band and just is a bit annoying. It's not a huge deal breaker and I don't notice it that much, but when I first put my rucksack on and my helmet and this, then that can be a bit of a problem. If you'd never cycle with a rucksack though, absolutely, the band is fine. And the final downside, which for me just means that I need multiple headphones. If you're somewhere loud, you can't hear these. If you're on a plane or a bus, I've found, these are the worst two places. If I'm on a plane, like this, absolutely useless because the noise of the plane, of the actual engines and everything is so loud that you need to be blocking your ear to block that noise out and to have your music. Whereas these don't do that. I guess you could have earplugs on a plane and you could still listen to these, which actually, now I think about it, is a really smart idea. So if you have earplugs and wear these, you'd still be able to listen to your music, but you'd block out all the irritating sound around you. That would be great. Do that on a plane. Oh my God, I've just had a life hack. Hey, I haven't done that. So on planes, I've found that these are completely useless, and on loud buses, which is any bus, like the bus that I get often to work, takes a dual carriageway, so it's going at however fast a bus can go, and it's, you know, rattling around. It's so loud. I literally cannot hear a single thing through these, no matter how loud I turn them up. So I'd be much better off with using AirPods or something that sits in your ear. But like I say, just use earplugs. Oh my God. Anyway, so those are the only downsides I can think of. They look weird with my hair if my hair is down. Sometimes the band can hit the back of a rucksack, and they're not so great for really loud environments where you actually don't want to be able to hear anything around you. But obviously these are designed for running, they're designed for sport, so you kind of do want to hear what's going on around you in that situation, and they're not actually designed for just walking around everyday life, taking public transport, XYZ. So would I recommend these? 100%. I love them so much. And yes, while I do feel a little bit like an FBI agent or something when I've got something sat here, I mean, you get over it. So I obviously bought these in the Black Friday sale. We are now early September, so if you can wait, maybe wait, because they might be on sale again, who knows. But otherwise, I would say these are worth every single penny of the full retail price. I got them in, I want to say Blue Eclipse or something. Every one of their color names is like a space thing. I don't know why, I don't see a connection, but I love it. Got like Cosmic Black, Red Shift, no it's not Red Shift, Solar Red, Red Shift, there you go for the space geeks. I can't remember what the other ones are, but they're all like, oh, Lunar Grey, oh man, come on. Anyway, I would recommend these, I love them, you will love them. Thanks for watching, see ya.